Hey everyone, so let's discuss today's uh, POTD and its current part of ongoing NPCI challenge with GFG. So let's come on the question directly. So what does the question says? You are given two arrays A and B. We need to find union of both the arrays in any order. But in the at the end, it had said that we need to find the union in the sorted array, and we also need to avoid the duplicates, I can say. So here it is: the union of two arrays is a collection of all distinct elements present in either of both the arrays. So we need to pick union, but we need to avoid duplicates. Although we can pick elements from A or B both. Like it can came, for example, it can came 1, 2, 4 and 1, 2, 3. So since we know 4 is greater than 3, then first we need to pick from this array, and then we have to come on first array. Okay, I will come and explain the whole example very briefly. So if an element appears more than once in both or once or both arrays, it should be included only once in the result. So this is the line. It is saying that we need to avoid duplicates. We do not have to pick any duplicate element. For example, 2 is present here two times. If we had picked 2 for our output array, then we cannot pick again this number 2 from another other array. Or let's say in any one array it is coming more than one time, then we need to pick only one time. Okay, so elements of A and B are not necessarily distinct. So it is given that it can be a possibility that in an array, an element can be present more than one time. Okay, like duplicates were present in both the arrays. Okay, and we need to return union in any order, but the driver code will print the result in sorted order only. So we can like we had to return the uh, I can say output array in a sorted only. Okay, so yep. Let's pick up this problem, and let's also see the constraints also. For example, the size of both the arrays can be up to 10 to the power 6, and the one element, like for example, this is a range of integer only. The maximum element can go in any array will be 10 to the up to 10 to the power 5. Okay, so what are the expected time complexities? Time complexity can be go up to O of n plus n, and space can be go up to n plus n. Okay, okay. So let me explain this problem very briefly once again. Let's take an example, quick example, and then we will solve this problem. Okay, so what does the problem says? We have given two arrays. Let's say this is my array 1, 1, 2. Let's take a random order 2, 7. Okay, this is my array 2, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. Okay, so what we need to give is that our output can be in order 2, 3, 4, 7. This is the format of output that is being asked in the question. So we had done one problem merging two arrays. Okay, but in that what we had done in that problem is that we will take two pointers and start traversing. But that approach fails here because the array itself was not sorted. Both arrays were unsorted. Okay, and since there is one approach, let me discuss the brute force one. So brute force, we can take a set data structure, and first push all these elements, insert all these elements of array 1 into this set, and again pick all the elements of array 2 and insert all the elements of array 2 in the set. So set itself stores every element in a sorted or array, and it also remove duplicates. So set is a data structure in C++ that stores elements in a sorted order, and it also does not store any duplicate element. It remove duplicate elements. So when we store all these elements in a set, so how does our set look like? Is that for the same 2 3 4 7 is the order in which set stores both the elements 2 3 4 7. Okay, and after storing in set, again take a vector of answer. Since the output format is we need to return a vector na? So here we need to return vector. Then after inserting all elements in set, again insert in a vector, let's say ans, and return this answer vector, so you will get this answer. But let me write a pseudo code here also. So I am telling, take a loop in array 1 for auto it in A. Then first you need to insert it in set. Again run a iterator in array B and insert all those elements in set. Okay, so just store all the elements of array 1 and array 2 in another set, and after storing in a set you will get a sorted array, and all the duplicates will also be removed. And finally take a answer vector, and I take a vector int answer and run a iterator in set and store all elements from your set to your answer vector. Answer dot pushback it and return your answer But the problem here, like it will give you a correct answer and it will submit. Okay, but the problem here is that when we are storing any element in a set, the time complexity for that will be O of log n. Okay, for inserting one element in a set, it will take log n time. Okay, and we are storing n elements because for an definitely in, let's say the number of elements in array A is n, number of elements in array B is m, so total we are storing n plus m elements. So time complexity for this will be O of log n plus m. This will be the time complexity for storing any element in the array. Okay, so this is the, I can say it's a brute force approach. Let's target how we can solve this problem in like the expected time complexity. Definitely it will not be of n log n, it will be a O of n plus n, and space will be O of n plus n, and time complexity can also go up to O of n plus n. So let me discuss the, I can say, optimized approach. So yeah, we had given two arrays 2 7 2 7. Let's say this will be my array 1 and my array 2 will be 4 3 3 4 7. Okay, let's say these are my arrays. Okay, so to optimize it, I will not take definitely a set, because we know inserting any element in a set will take log n time, and since we are storing n elements, then it will take O of n log n times. Okay, so how we can do is that we are gonna take a separate array. Okay, and inside this array, let's say we will take one array. Okay, a temp array. Okay, and it is of size whatever be the maximum element among the twos. Okay, let's say 7 be the maximum element. Let's say here we will take one only, so we will check what is the maximum element in this array. It is 7. What is the maximum element in this array? It is 4. Whatever is the maximum among this guy 7 and 4, we will take the size of our temp at of that size. Okay, so our temp array will be of size 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so it is of basically n plus 1 size. So whatever is the maximum element plus 1 size. Okay, I will store -1 at all places. Okay, and whenever then I will start reversing in array 1. Okay, and whenever I got any element, okay, I will mark at that place that number. Okay, so the only condition is that whenever we are going to mark any element, there must be -1 should be present there. Okay, so mark 2 at this index, go to 7, mark 7. Since -1 is there, then mark 7. Again go to 7. Is it -1? No. Then just ignore, move forward. Go to 7. There is no -1, then move forward, ignore. Again, traverse in this array. At 4, go to 4 and check, is it -1 there? Yes, -1 there, mark 4. Go to 3, is -1 there? Yes, -1 there. Yes, mark 3 there. Again go to 3, is -1 there? No, ignore. Go to 4, is -1 there? No, ignore. Go to 1, is -1 there? Yes, mark 1. Okay, so in this way, your temp will look like in this fashion. I can say -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -1, -1, 7. Okay, so this is your temp array looks like. Okay, and take another vector of ans, and whenever -1 is not present, push those elements in a vector. You will get sorted as well as the distinct elements. Okay, and yes, so why it will store distinct element? Because I am hashing at every element, okay, present in both the arrays. I am hashing this corresponding to the different index. Okay, so I am storing the same number at same index if -1 is not there. Okay, and again I am pushing those elements in a separate vector. So let's see how the code works. Okay, so take the max element from both the arrays. So this is the I can say inbuilt function max element to find maximum element from an array. So ans dot begin comma a dot end, it will give maximum element that is present from in array 1 in maxi 2 star max element b dot begin comma b dot end. These are the elements. Okay, and whatever the maximum among them, I will pick those one, max of maxi 1 comma maxi 2. Okay, and I will take a temp vector and it is of size maxi plus 1, and I will initially prefill all the elements in temp with -1. So this code will will take a size of whatever be the maximum element among both the arrays, and it will pre-fill -1 at all the places. Okay, then first I will traverse in I can say for int I equals to 0, I less than 8 in first array, and I will check if temp of so what index I will take, the index corresponding to that number. So temp of a of I, if it is equals to -1, then I am gonna store the element temp of a of I equals to a of I at that particular index. Temp of a of I I'm going to store that number if already -1 is there. If -1 is not there, I will not gonna do anything. Okay, similarly I will traverse in second array, and whatever index corresponding to that number, I will store those elements in my array. Okay, and then since it may be possibility that -1 can be present at some places, so either we can remove all the -1 or we can take a separate answer vector, and we will traverse in our temp vector, and if If number is not equals to -1, then simply we will push back. We will push back that number, that element, okay? And then we are gonna go to return the answer, okay? So let's analyze the time complexity also. So we had taken an array of size maxi plus 1, and we are storing all the elements of size a and b in that array, okay? So this will take o of n time. This will take, let's say the size of b will be m, o of m time, okay? And yep, here we are traversing a whole temp array. So temp is of size O of n plus m. So this will take O of n plus n time. Okay. So maximum time complexity will be O of n plus m only. Okay. According to the requirement here. Okay. Auxiliary time O of n plus n. Or other thing is that let's discuss about the space complexity. So we had taken an array temp plus 1. So whatever will be the maximum element, that will be my maximum array size. So O of max c among a comma b, whatever will be the maximum element among two, that will be my time complexity. So yeah, so let's try to compile and run. uh, I think we had done some line number 14. Okay, we need to remove this now. We had added to get the time complexity. So just let's compile it again. Answer dot pushback line number 32. Okay, not temp. It will be IT because IT is the iterator in the arena. So yep, let's submit this problem. Yep, the question is successfully submitted. Thank you for watching this.